So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called How to Make a Monster in 1958. This is going to be another AIP flick. I'm giving it 1 out of 5 stars. I didn't like this flick. It uses the makeup from I Was a Teenage Werewolf and I Was a Teenage Frankenstein. And they even pretend like it's the AIP movie studio where the most of the scenes take place. It's got the same actors from those two movies, and yeah, it's just like recycled stuff. I thought the concept was kind of good. It just wasn't executed very well. I didn't feel like the story was very plausible. This makeup guy in the studio, he's he's upset because they want to stop doing horror movies in favor of musicals and good-looking girls, according to the Eastern studio executives who are taking over this AIP, supposedly AIP studio. And so he's going to lose his job after he makes his last monster movie with the werewolf battling the Frankenstein. If I had seen what the the movie he was working on, what it was about, besides just the fight scene, I think I would have enjoyed this movie more. But it was just kind of tedious and hard to watch. I had to keep rewinding it to go over some of the dialogue, and there just wasn't anything good about this flick. So the makeup guy wants to get revenge. He's got some kind of special cream that he can put on his werewolf and his Frankenstein, and it gives him the ability to control their minds of the actors who are wearing the makeup. So he decides to murder 3 people who are interested in destroying his career, a couple of studio executives and a rent-a-cop who thinks he knows how to solve the murder mystery, the first one. And so he uses the werewolf, he puts on some makeup himself, and he does the second murder. And then he gets the Frankenstein monster to murder the second executive. And he's got his assistant in all this. He's resentful that his career of 25 years is ending, and he's going to starve and all this stuff. I guess they didn't have unemployment insurance back in 1958. So at the end, the cops are starting to, the Keystone cops are starting to catch on to his shenanigans, and he decides to have a party at his house with the werewolf and the Frankenstein actors. I think Gary Conway is one of them. The guy who was in I Was a Teenage Frankenstein. He decides to throw a party at his house right when he's moving out of the studio, his makeup department, whatever. And that's when the movie goes from black and white to color. That's pretty much the movie. You see a lot of AIP actors in this one. You see John Ashley, who was actually under contract with AIP to do some music. He does a brief music appearance to give it the impression, I guess, that movie studios are moving away from horror to musical things. And that may have very well been the case with AIP around this time, although they went back to horror with Vincent Price in the 60s, which I haven't gotten to yet. I've seen a lot of Vincent Price stuff from the 60s already, though. I wonder what else I missed. It would be interesting to go through, see what's available. But for now, I'm stuck in 1968, so I'm going to watch Teenage Caveman now. And, sorry for the brief video, but there's not much going on in this movie. It's just a bunch of boring stuff, pretty much. So that's the end of my review. Laters.